with Arizona Hot Homestead, and my name is Jeff. Thanks for tuning in. Today's first episode of Today with Arizona Hot Homestead, we're going to talk about why go off-grid. First off, before I do that, again, I want to thank you for tuning in, and this is my opportunity to cover some questions, give you some updates, and even some future plans. And so today's question is going to be a long answer, so I'm just covering the one question, and that is, why go off-grid? So, for me personally, let me explain on why I'm going off-grid. Biggest reason why I'm going off-grid, to reduce cost. As I get older, I pay more attention to cost of living. And I'm more concerned about my personal cost of living, how much utility bills goes up, how much even water bill and the gas bill and the even trash pickup and even that stupid homeowners association fees and property tax and even, you know, food. We're talking bread, milk, you know, just simple things like that. You know, vegetables. Shoot, a head of lettuce is practically tripled from what it was 20 years ago. So, and head of lettuce, I've grown head of lettuce before, so that's pretty simple. So why spend all that money? But the overall cost of living in the big city just is out of hand. And so I'm thinking, as I'm approaching retirement, I'm thinking, how can I reduce my expense? Boom, off-grid living. So I found this off-grid living. I found that if you're self-sufficient, that's the key to the off-grid part, is being self-sufficient. If you're self-sufficient, you can reduce your expenses by up to 90%. And in fact, once I kind of get everything going, my only expense is really going to be internet and my car. That's practically it. Maybe a little bit of propane, and that's going to be all my expenses. So, but being self-sufficient. So my goal in the beginning has been just to lay my foundation. Make sure I've got a place to lay my head. I'm protected from, you know, rain and the heat and the cold and the snow and all that. And I've got warmth during the winter, and I'm being able to survive the winter without pipes freezing and things like this. And get storage built and figure out, you know, what size solar I need. So I got my own electrical system now working. I got part of my rain catch bank going. I still need to finish that, but I have a backup source to the rain, which is I can purchase water from 2 different sources. So I've got some water. I've got a 5,000 gallon water tank out there, and I've got, you know, so my foundation now is about 90% done. So now what I'm going to be focusing on is getting ready for a garden. So I want to then get my garden going so I can grow the food for me to eat. But I also want to make sure I've got livestock, because I want to be self-sufficient. So I'm not going to just eat vegetables. I'm a meat eater. And so I want some eggs, I want some chickens to eat, and some rabbits. Great source of protein. And as well as even do a little bit of hunting. So, you know, with deer and elk and what have you. So, but to be self-sufficient also, one thing that I'm concerned about is buying food for the animals. I hear some people who have chickens, all they do is buy food for the chickens. And I'm thinking that just doesn't make any sense. If you want to be self-sufficient, why are you buying food? You should grow your food. So I not only want to have a vegetable garden that will feed me, but also one that will feed my critters. So my chickens will be fed, I'll grow their food, I'll grow the rabbit food, and granted I may probably have to buy some supplements just because I am going to be eating those animals. So, and I want to make sure that they're as healthy as possible, and I know what's going in them, so I know it's going to be good stuff. But yeah, being self-sufficient, I'm able to reduce my expenses drastically. Grow my own vegetables and raise my my animals and be self-sufficient, and reduce that cost of living, so I can enjoy, retirement a lot more. So, but why go off grid? That's why. Reduce my expenses by up to 90%, and I could do that by going off grid. Now here's also the other benefit of that. You know, when you're in the city, do you know there's no stars? You can't see any stars. Maybe you'll see one or two if you're lucky. But out here, oh my goodness. The sky lights up at night, and it's just littered with stars and satellites and shooting stars practically every night. Every night! Milky Way doesn't exist in the city, but out here, practically see it every single day. Isn't that cool? And the cool part about that Milky Way, there's no calories in it. Guys, that was funny. So, yeah, and I see wildlife all the time. You know, I go to work, I'm leaving for work like at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll see elk alongside the road, deer, antelope, see rabbits all the time. In fact, Concho loves chasing the rabbits. He's even caught a couple. And so there's wildlife, and that's a lot better to see than what they see in the big cities. So, but yeah, going off grid to reduce my expenses, and you can do that by becoming self-sufficient, and that's my goal. So, thanks for watching. This has been Today with Arizona Hot Homestead. Stay tuned for other episodes, because I'll be covering all kinds of stuff. Put down in the comments field some of your questions, and I'll answer them not only personally over the reply piece of it, but I'll also bring it up in the other episodes of Today with Arizona Hot Homestead. If you don't like the name Today with Arizona Hot Homestead, put that down in the notes too. Maybe we'll come up with a better name together. So, but my name is Jeff, and thank you for watching Today with Arizona Hot Homestead.